Spain has a long history with the Iberians, long history with the Romans who left their mark, and then the Goths invaded after that, and then it has a very, very, very long history with the Moors. I'm standing outside the Aljafería Palace. This was built right outside the Roman walls of Zaragoza, Zaragoza to the Romans, and by the time this palace was built in the 11th century, it was the height of Al-Andalus, which was the Moorish Caliphate in Spain and Iberia. And up here, we were like in one of the northernmost reaches of the Caliphate, and it was decided to build this incredible palace. It's an incredible moat, and the inside is decorated in high Islamic art, something to rival the most famous Islamic palace in Spain, which is La Alhambra. So come with us, let's check out one of the treasures of Moorish Spain, the Aljafería Palace in Zaragoza. GuiriGuru, I'm your host, Max Milano. Let's go. The Aljafería Palace, dripping with moonlight, shadows cast in its interior courtyards, secrets whispered in a foreign tongue, the Saracen arches, delicate and dangerous, the scent of orange blossoms hanging thick in the air. Ancient hands carve these walls, these arabesques, a dance of stone and water and fountains. The King of Aragón, his eyes tracing the curves of the seductive arches, every orange tree full of forbidden fruit. We're in the interior courtyard of the Aljafería Palace, and you can see the importance in Moorish culture of having an interior courtyard with water, so they can bathe, they can wash their feet and their hands before prayer. And you see the same setup in the different Moorish palaces in Spain, like the Alhambra, that have this magnificent courtyard with water. Bringing water into the palace was also very important in Moorish culture. And also you can see the patio is full with orange trees, which were brought to Spain by the Moors. The Moors were in Spain for actually longer than the Romans were, and the less time has passed from the time that the Moors were kicked out of Spain in 1492 to our era than the time that the Moors were conquered Spain. They were here for over 700 years, and their impact is absolutely massive. They didn't just bring oranges; they brought rice, saffron, and also their language is embedded in Castilian Spanish. There's thousands of words in the Castilian language that come from Arabic, and also particularly in the center of the country and down in Valencia, a lot of towns still have their Arabic names. But this palace is just absolutely magnificent. Fantastic example of Moorish architecture. The delicate lace of stone carved deep into the bones, where conquerors became conquered in Zaragoza. This town behind me is actually technically, well, it is a ghost town because it was bombed in the Spanish Civil War in the 1930s. A lot of foreigners from the foreign volunteers that came to fight for Spain. Actually, George Orwell was nearby, up in the hills, up near Lleida, and this town was put in a big resistance, and the town was completely destroyed. The churches, the houses, all destroyed, and it was decided by Franco after he won the war to keep the town as is, as a reminder. They had to build a new town over the other side, and you can come and visit. You have to go on their website, the town's website, and the only way they let you in there is through guided tours, because it's very dangerous to walk through the rubble and the ruins. But it is absolutely fascinating, not just because of the Moorish style inspired architecture, but just the history, and then to see how devastating the Civil War in Spain was. How they'll just wipe a town like this completely. And the same thing happened in Madrid and Barcelona, but obviously they reconstructed over there. And here you can see how deeply destroyed villages will get, or even cities during that Civil War. So think about what Guernica. That's why Picasso painted that painting, because it was absolute devastation. The Condor Legion was a German. Hitler sent air legion here, and they just bombed everything. And this is one of the one of the remains. And in a way, it's actually good that Franco decided to keep this, because it lets you realize the reality of war.
In the Aragón Badlands, Belchite burns. Under the sun, a town of ghosts, a ghost of a town, and Mudejar towers, riddled with holes. In 1937, a civil war was fought. International brigades, Americans, Polacks, Canucks, fighting street to street, dying horror-struck, fighting for a cause, a town not their own. Belchite, Belchite, where fusillades roared. Belchite, Belchite, where the red armbands won, but not for long. Now Belchite lies broken, a scar on the land, a testament to the blood spilled on the red sand. Never again, we said, but we keep repeating it in every place.
Welcome to the town of Teruel in Aragón, Spain. And behind me is the Tower of San Pedro. It's one of four incredible Moorish inspired towers. The Moors were up here. This is the northernmost frontiers of Al-Andalus, and they had a very strong presence here for 700 years. And after the Moors were kicked out, the architecture didn't change. A lot of these minarets were just basically turned into churches, and it's created this incredible style that is basically 95% Moorish, with a little bit of some touches of Roman in there. And we're going to go inside the church and see this beautiful medieval tombs of the lovers. Let's go, just check it out. So welcome to Teruel's Central Square, and as it happens, Teruel is one of the official centers of jamón serrano in Spain. It's one of the OGs, jamón serrano, serrano ham. So if you're ever in this part of Spain, this part of Aragón, you must have a jamón serrano of Teruel. And the other regions are in Andalusia and around Madrid. But and if you're not in Andalusia, if you're not in Madrid, then you have to come to Teruel to check out official jamón serrano of Teruel. Check it out.
En el cielo hay 1000 estrellas, solo quiero que tú lo sepas, solo quiero que tú lo sepas. Voy a seguir navegando hasta el fin del firmamento. Voy a seguir navegando hasta el fin del firmamento para poder buscar lo que no encuentro, para poder buscar lo que no encuentro.